That's how we can hear John's message in our day. John isn't preaching despair, nor is he preaching condemnation. John doesn't send us all packing to the eternal fire pit. Instead, John says if we want to get ready for the Messiah's coming, and that's what Advent is all about, then we need to do a few relatively simple things. Share, be fair, and stop bullying. Sounds a little ridiculous when you put it that way, doesn't it? Share, be fair, stop bullying. A dozen or so years ago, a fellow named Robert Fleming wrote a little essay entitled All I Ever Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. In part, it said, all I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the sand pile at school. These are the things I learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. You can take that from Sam. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. Take a nap every afternoon. When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup, the roots go down and the plant comes up and nobody really knows how or why, but we're all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even the little seed in the styrofoam cup, they all die. So do we. And then remember the Dick and Jane books. And the first word you learn, the biggest word of all, look. Everything you need to know is in there somewhere. The golden rule and love and basic sanitation. Ecology and politics and equality and sane living. Fulgham reminds us that it's not always the big stuff in life that you have to do that makes a difference. Sometimes it's the little stuff, the commonplace stuff, the everyday stuff that makes the biggest difference. John the Baptizer says to his ancient and modern audience, look, people, if you want to be ready when the Messiah comes, then get back to doing what you first learned in life. Share what you have with those who don't have. Be fair to one another in work, in play, in school, in church. And stop bullying people who don't have the power that is yours. Stop taking advantage of those who can't stand up to you. Stop picking on the poor and the beaten down and the forgotten in this world. And that goes for everyone who walks the hallways of Tower in Washington and Indianapolis, or the hallways of a business, or the hallways of a hospital, or the hallways of a court building, or the hallways of a school. That goes for all of us. Whoever we are, wherever we may be, whatever we may do. And that, you see, is the good news. The good news is that we can do this. The good news is that it doesn't take a monumental effort to share, to be fair, to stop bullying. In the grand scheme of things, this is simple stuff. but it is a reminder of the Messiah who comes among us. Jesus does not always come into our lives with a sledgehammer to reduce our stone-hard hearts and lives into gravel. Sometimes Jesus, the Messiah, comes to us, as a country lady down in Kentucky once told me, a meddling. Sometimes Jesus, the Messiah, comes to us in the little things we can do, like sharing, being fair, stopping our bullying. This meddling Messiah comes to us, not asking of us the heroic, or even the superhuman. The meddling Messiah comes to ask us to do a few simple things. Things we already know that we ought to be doing. Things that each and every single one of us can do. We each have a part to play in the kingdom of the Messiah. Each of us has the ability to do something for preparing the way for the Messiah and to live lives as the people of that Messiah. Each and every one of us can live as the people of the Messiah every moment of every day. Share what you have. Be fair in all that you do. Stop bullying and taking advantage of those who cannot stand up to you. That is what the meddling Messiah asks of us. Can we do it? Yes, we can.